Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world. Coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine this: you reach into an old drawer, maybe an old coffee can filled with coins your grandparents left behind. You pick out a few quarters and one of them catches your eye. It looks different. The shine, the rim, maybe a tiny imperfection near the edge. You shrug, toss it aside, and that small coin could have been worth over $864,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1999 Georgia quarter, a simple 25-cent piece, sold for nearly $1 million because of a rare minting error. And as you're watching this video, there could be one sitting right in your home, silently waiting to change your life forever. Before we dive into the details, take a moment to imagine the possibilities. What would an extra $864,000 mean for you? A new home? Freedom from debt? Or maybe the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, traveling, investing, living wealthy on your own terms? Because that dream could literally be in your pocket. But here's the thing. Most people will never even realize they had a treasure in their hands. And that's exactly what we're about to uncover. The year was 1999, the dawn of the new millennium, and the U.S. Mint launched its ambitious 50-state quarters program, a bold celebration of American heritage. Each state had its own design, its own story, and Georgia's quarter, with the peach, oak branches, and the state motto, Wisdom, Justice, Moderation, was one of the earliest releases. But something unexpected happened during minting. A rare error, almost invisible to the naked eye, occurred in a small batch. Some of these Georgia quarters were struck on the wrong metal planchets or featured misaligned dies, double strikes, or missing mint marks. To collectors, these errors aren't mistakes. They're miracles of value. Now, you might think, a small flaw? How could that make it worth hundreds of thousands? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity and error equal exclusivity, and exclusivity equals power. When something this rare surfaces, elite collectors go into a frenzy. Auctions heat up, bids soar, and before you know it, a humble quarter is commanding luxury car money. And yes, one of these rare 1999 Georgia error quarters recently sold for an astounding $864,000. A figure that stunned even veteran collectors. Experts say it's the perfect storm. A historic series, a state beloved by millions, and an ultra-rare minting anomaly that made it one of the most sought-after modern U.S. coins in existence. But here's where it gets even more exciting. Not all of these coins have been found yet. Some could still be circulating in change jars, sock drawers, or coin rolls sitting quietly at the bottom of an old safe. Imagine finding one today. That's your ticket to financial freedom, just waiting to be noticed. And let's be honest, who among us hasn't overlooked a coin before? Maybe you've even said, "It's just a quarter." Well, maybe it's not. Now that you know the story, here's the truth. Opportunities like this don't last forever. Every day, more of these coins are being discovered, authenticated, and locked away in private collections, never to be seen again. And as the supply disappears, the value climbs higher and higher. That's why if you have old coins in a jar, a safe, or even a forgotten box in the attic, now is the time to check. Look closely for any unusual marks, missing mint letters, double images, or strange edges. Even the slightest detail could mean the difference between 25 cents and nearly $1 million. And if you do find something rare, don't rush to a pawn shop or casual buyer. These coins are in high demand, and collectors across the U.S. are paying record prices for verified mint errors. Seek out professional appraisal, contact trusted numismatic dealers, and understand the true worth of your find, because that small metal disc could be your legacy. You see, the 1999 Georgia quarter isn't just a coin. It's a symbol, a reminder that sometimes life-changing wealth hides in plain sight. That sometimes fortune doesn't require luck, just awareness. And here's a thought. What if the next great coin discovery isn't made by an expert or a historian, but by you? So before you end this video, make yourself a promise. Go check those old jars. Open that safe. Dig through that forgotten drawer. Because the next $864,000 Georgia quarter could be sitting right where you least expect it. And when you find it, you won't just be holding a rare coin. You'll be holding a piece of American history, and a future of limitless possibility. Imagine holding in your hand a simple, everyday quarter, one that could change your life forever. A coin that most people spend on a cup of coffee, but you could sell for nearly $799,000. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But that's the reality behind one of the rarest and most sought-after error coins in U.S. history, the 2000 Maryland State Quarter Dollar, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and even millionaires seeking tangible assets of power and prestige. Now, before you brush this off as another too-good-to-be-true story, pause for a second. Because the truth is, rare coin collectors are paying small fortunes for mistakes the U.S. Mint never meant to make. And the 2000 Maryland Quarter is no exception. Let's be honest. When was the last time you even looked closely at your change? Probably when you dropped it under your car seat, right? Well, you might want to start looking again, because your spare change could hold the key to a fortune hiding in plain sight. The 2000 Maryland Quarter, part of the Statehood Quarter program, features the famous Maryland State House dome, a proud symbol of American independence. But what makes this coin truly special isn't its design. It's the error. A minting anomaly so unique, it transformed an ordinary coin into a six-figure masterpiece. These errors vary, from double strikes and off-center impressions to missing layers and wrong planchets. Each mistake tells a story of chance and rarity, an accident that turned into a treasure. Some were minted on experimental planchets, others struck with misplaced dies. And when one of these coins surfaced in pristine condition, collectors went into a frenzy. The bidding wars were fierce, and when the dust settled, one exceptional piece sold for $799,000. Yes, nearly $800,000, making it one of the most valuable state quarters ever discovered. But what exactly makes this coin worth that much? It's not just metal. It's history. It's a tangible connection to an era when mistakes were miracles. Each error coin represents a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, something that can never be replicated again. Imagine owning a piece of American history that even the U.S. Mint wishes it had done differently. That's not just collecting, that's legacy investing. And let's face it, telling your friends you made nearly $1 million off a 25-cent coin? That's a conversation starter you'll never get tired of. Now here's where things get really interesting. As demand for rare coins skyrockets, collectors are paying record-breaking prices to secure the next big find. The market for mint errors, once overlooked, has exploded, and experts believe it's only the beginning. Why? Because we're entering a new golden age of tangible assets, where authenticity and rarity rule supreme. And maybe, just maybe, that opportunity is sitting right in your pocket. Think about it, every time you handle a quarter, there's a possibility that you're touching hidden wealth. That's the thrill of this world. Fortune favors those who look closely. So, what if the next Maryland quarter you find is one of these rare errors? Would you even recognize it? Or would you unknowingly spend it, letting $799,000 slip through your fingers? Now's the time to act. Pull out those coin jars, check that old dresser drawer, and look closely, very closely, at every 2000 Maryland quarter you find. Examine the edges, the design, the weight. And if you notice something odd, a misprint, a double strike, or anything that looks off, don't ignore it. That tiny flaw could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle, a dream home, or financial freedom. So, if you're ready to turn small change into a life-changing opportunity, stay tuned. This is just the beginning. The next great American treasure might already be in your hands. Imagine reaching into an old drawer, pulling out a handful of coins, and realizing one of them is worth nearly $1 million. Sounds impossible, right? But it's not. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary story of the 2001 Rhode Island Quarter Dollar. A small piece of metal that's turning ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. This isn't just pocket change. It's history, rarity, and wealth, all pressed into a single coin that could be sitting in your collection right now. And before you brush this off thinking, that'll never happen to me, let me tell you, just last year, a Rhode Island quarter error sold for an unbelievable $945,000 in a private sale. That's right. A coin that once bought a pack of gum is now commanding prices that could buy you a dream home. So, hold on to your seat, because what you're about to learn might just change the way you look at every single coin in your pocket. Let's step back for a moment. The Rhode Island Quarter, part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, was released in 2001 to celebrate the ocean state's maritime heritage. Most of these coins, worth exactly 25 cents. But every once in a while, fate, or rather minting machinery, makes a glorious mistake. Here's where things get fascinating. Certain Rhode Island quarters came out of the mint with rare striking errors, some double-die obverse, off-center strikes, and even mirror-like proof planchets mistakenly struck for circulation. These errors turned ordinary coins into ultra-rare collectors' dreams. It's like winning the lottery, but you have to recognize the ticket when it's in your hand. Now, imagine this. A collector in California finds a 2001 Rhode Island quarter that looked slightly off. The design seemed stretched, almost ghostly. He sends it for grading just to be sure. The result? An ultra-rare double-die strike on a proof planchet, the only known one of its kind. That single error turned a quarter into a $945,000 treasure. Talk about flipping spare change into generational wealth. And before you think that was a one-time fluke, let me stop you there. Experts believe that a few more of these error quarters may still be in circulation, hidden away in coffee cans, coin jars, or dusty boxes in basements. Somewhere out there, another person could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. So now you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 2001 Rhode Island quarter is worth a small fortune? Look closely for misaligned edges, doubling on the sailboat or waves, and any proof-like shine that looks too perfect for a regular coin. If you suspect even the slightest anomaly, get it graded immediately by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These are the gatekeepers who turn mystery coins into verified assets. And here's where the excitement turns into opportunity. Right now, rare coin prices are skyrocketing. Wealthy investors, high-end collectors, and auction houses are in a bidding frenzy. Coins that once gathered dust in drawers are suddenly selling for prices that rival luxury cars. The demand is high, and the supply is shrinking fast. If you've ever dreamed of breaking free from financial limits, of turning forgotten history into lasting wealth, this is your moment. Because the truth is, these coins aren't just relics. They're time capsules of value, silently waiting for someone smart enough to see what others overlook. And before we wrap up, let me ask you, what if tomorrow you woke up and realized the key to your financial breakthrough has been sitting in your home all along? Would you let it go unnoticed? Or would you take action, seize the moment, and turn that hidden coin into a legacy worth remembering? The choice is yours, but remember, the rarest treasures are never found by those who hesitate. Check your coins, trust your instincts, and keep your eyes open. Because your 2001 Rhode Island quarter might just be your ticket to a $945,000 future. If you found this video eye-opening, don't just stop here. Take this as your sign to look deeper into your collection, into your dreams, into the wealth that's already in your hands. Subscribe now for more guides on how to find, value, and sell rare U.S. coins for life-changing profits. Remember, great fortunes aren't always earned. Sometimes they're discovered, and the next great discovery could be yours. Imagine this. You're emptying out an old coin jar, maybe one that's been sitting in the back of your drawer for years. You pick up a shiny 2006 Nevada State quarter. Nothing special, right? But what if I told you that same little coin could be worth over $867,000 today? That's right. A single quarter, just 25 cents in face value, now commanding nearly $1 million in the collector's market. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this coin is shaking up the world of numismatics and how one might be hiding in your home right now. But here's the catch, not all 2006 Nevada quarters are created equal. There's a hidden error, a rare misprint from the U.S. Mint that turns this ordinary coin into a golden ticket. And in this video, we're going to uncover the truth behind it, why collectors are scrambling to get their hands on it, and how you can identify if you own one of these extraordinary treasures. So before you toss your spare change or use that quarter in a vending machine, you might want to take a second look. Because one coin could change your financial future forever. Let's rewind to 2006, the year Nevada was honored as part of the 50-state quarters program. The design featured wild Mustangs galloping through the desert, a rising sun in the distance, and the words, "the Silver State." a beautiful piece of American art and heritage. But here's where things get interesting. During the minting process, a small batch of these Nevada quarters came out with a striking error, a misaligned die, double rim, and in some cases, a partial mirror-like finish that shouldn't exist. It's what collectors call a double die error, and it's breathtakingly rare. Now, before you think this is just another collector's fantasy, listen closely. One of these error coins surfaced at an exclusive auction in 2024 and sold for a jaw-dropping $867,000. The demand since then has skyrocketed. Wealthy collectors, investment funds, and even celebrities have quietly entered the rare coin market, driving prices through the roof. And here's the emotional reality. For decades, millions of Americans have unknowingly spent or discarded coins like these. A fortune lost in plain sight. Think about that next time you buy a coffee with loose change. That quarter could have paid for a luxury home or an exotic vacation. You see, this isn't just about coins. It's about recognizing value where others see nothing. It's about opportunity. The same opportunity that separates those who dream of wealth from those who build it. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but how do I know if my Nevada quarter is the one worth a small fortune? Excellent question. Here's where attention to detail pays off. Literally. Examine the coin closely. Look for doubled letters in Nevada or the Silver State. Pay attention to the Mustangs on rare error versions. You'll notice ghost-like outlines, extra lines in the mane, or even faint doubling on the sun's rays. And if your coin seems to have a slightly raised or misaligned rim, congratulations, you might be holding a treasure worth hundreds of thousands. It's no exaggeration to say that collectors are on a hunt for this specific variation. Coin dealers have even reported private buyers offering up to $900,000 for verified error coins in pristine condition. The market isn't cooling down, it's heating up like never before. And here's something humorous to think about. Imagine paying for parking with an $867,000 quarter. You'd be giving away more value than the car you parked. Let's step back for a moment and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just a story about one coin. It's a lesson about hidden wealth, about looking deeper into the ordinary to find something truly extraordinary. Because the truth is, fortune often hides where most people never look. The 2006 Nevada error quarter reminds us that history, craftsmanship, and rarity can transform a simple coin into a powerful symbol of wealth and opportunity. And right now, the demand for these coins is higher than ever. Collectors are calling this a modern gold rush, a new era of coin investing that rewards those with the curiosity to look. So before you go digging through your drawers or checking that old coin jar, here's your cliffhanger. What if you already have it? What if the next time you look, you uncover the very coin that changes your financial destiny? Because while most people will keep walking past fortune, you now know what to look for. And in a world where opportunity favors the prepared, your moment could be just one coin away. If you found this story as inspiring as I think you did, don't just stop here. Subscribe right now and join our community of coin enthusiasts and collectors who are uncovering hidden wealth every single day. Turn on notifications because in the next video, we'll explore another US coin that's shocking experts with its $1 million rise. Imagine that. A simple 2011 Chickasaw quarter from your pocket change, carrying a life-changing fortune of $956,000. Sounds impossible? Well, hold on tight, because today, we're diving into the incredible true story of how one small coin turned ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. This isn't just another coin video. This is about opportunity, the kind most people overlook every single day. The kind of opportunity that hides in your wallet, jingles in your car's cup holder, and quietly waits for someone like you to recognize its worth. And if you think the odds are slim, remember, rare coins don't announce themselves. They whisper. The question is, are you listening? So, before you spend that next quarter, stay with me, because what I'm about to show you could literally rewrite your financial story. Let's rewind to the year 2011. The U.S. Mint released the Chickasaw National Recreation Area Quarter, part of the America the Beautiful series. Millions were minted, but only a tiny fraction, perhaps just a handful, emerged with an error so extraordinary, it's become one of the most talked about discoveries in modern coin history. Now, you might be thinking, how could one quarter be worth nearly $1 million? Well, it's all about rarity and flaw. This coin's error wasn't your typical off-center strike or weak die. Oh no, this was something much rarer. An unintentional double die with a full mirror finish on both sides, creating a stunning visual distortion that makes the design almost shimmer under light. The coin looks like it was struck by a master craftsman, not a machine glitch. Collectors call it the Chickasaw mirror error, and since its discovery, the frenzy hasn't stopped. Auctions have exploded with bids, dealers are hunting relentlessly, and collectors are willing to pay eye-watering sums to own this anomaly. And yes, the most pristine example known recently sold for $956,000. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Some of these coins might still be out there, circulating quietly, tossed in jars, forgotten in drawers, maybe even in your home. But before you rush off to check your change, here's something most people miss. Identifying this coin isn't just about spotting an error. It's about knowing what to look for. When you tilt it under light, the reflection dances like liquid silver, and the details, particularly the Chickasaw Bridge and trees, appear doubled, almost like a ghost image. That's the secret signature of value. And if you think finding one is unlikely, well, every great discovery starts with someone who thought the same thing. Quick question, how many times have you used a quarter to buy a parking ticket or a candy bar, only to realize later you could have just spent a house down payment? It's like buying a soda with a golden ticket. Funny thing is, people do it all the time. So maybe, just maybe, it's time to look a little closer before you feed the vending machine again. Here's the truth. Opportunities like this don't just make collectors rich, they redefine what's possible. People who once saw coins as spare change now see them as treasures of history and wealth. The 2011 Chickasaw quarter isn't just a coin. It's a reminder that even in an age of digital money and cashless payments, physical currency still holds untold secrets and immense value. And here's where the urgency kicks in. Demand for rare U.S. coin errors is at an all-time high. Wealthy investors, museums, and private collectors are pouring millions into numismatics. Every month, values are rising, and the competition to find the next hidden gem is heating up. The question isn't if your coins are valuable. It's when you'll decide to look. So tonight, when you get home, open that coin jar. Pull out every quarter from 2011. Look closely, because that one simple act could separate you from everyone else who will keep walking past fortune without knowing it. And remember, wealth doesn't just come from hard work. It comes from awareness, from curiosity, from the willingness to see what others ignore. Because here's the twist. There's another 2011 Chickasaw error coin that experts believe may soon surface. One potentially worth over $1 million. What if it's sitting in your change right now? If you want to learn exactly how to authenticate your coins, where to sell them, and how collectors are turning pocket change into generational wealth, make sure you stay tuned, because the next video might just reveal the missing piece that turns your discovery into your destiny. Have you ever held a simple quarter in your hand and unknowingly stared at nearly $1 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, what if I told you that an ordinary-looking 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter could be hiding an error so rare, it's now valued at an astonishing $983,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single quarter that could be sitting in your pocket, your drawer, or even that old coffee can filled with loose change. Most people walk past opportunity every single day, not realizing it jingles right in their pockets. But you're about to discover the truth behind one of the most sought-after modern U.S. coin errors that's changing the lives of collectors across America. This isn't just about coins. This is about uncovering hidden wealth, legacy, and a chance to turn your everyday change into financial freedom. Before we dive deeper, think about this. How many coins have passed through your hands this year? Hundreds? Thousands? Maybe, just maybe, one of them was the one. And if you knew what to look for, your life could change in an instant. The 2015 Kisatchie quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, honoring Louisiana's Kisatchie National Forest, a symbol of natural beauty, wildlife, and freedom. But one tiny imperfection, one flaw, made by the U.S. Mint, turned this coin from 25 cents into a collector's dream worth nearly $1 million. So, what makes it so valuable? Picture this. A misaligned die strike, double image, or an off-center design where the majestic wild turkey appears duplicated or ghosted. In some cases, parts of the lettering are missing or struck over another coin's pattern. a minting mistake so rare that only a few are known to exist. It's like finding a diamond that shouldn't exist, a freak of nature that the mint never intended to release. Now here's where it gets exciting. The market for rare US coins has exploded. Collectors are paying life-changing amounts for coins that tell a story. And this particular Kisatchie quarter has captivated both seasoned investors and new treasure hunters alike. It's not just about the metal. It's about owning a piece of American history that slipped through the cracks. Literally. You might be wondering, how could a coin like that escape the mint's watchful eye? Well, that's the magic of it. Even the most advanced machines make mistakes. And when they do, it creates something that no technology can replicate: rarity. And in the world of collectibles, rarity equals value. Just imagine, a coin you once spent on a vending machine could now be worth the price of a luxury home. Crazy, right? But that's the thrilling part. It's real. Now, here's where things get truly inspiring. Across the country, ordinary Americans are becoming extraordinary collectors, not by luck, but by awareness. People just like you are discovering rare coins worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes right in their old jars of change. So before you toss that quarter aside, take a closer look. Examine every detail: the edges, the design, the lettering, because that one rare 2015 Kisatchie quarter with the error could be your ticket to financial freedom. Think about what $983,000 could do for your life. Pay off your home, secure your retirement, travel the world, or build generational wealth. All from one coin that most people would overlook. That's not luck. That's opportunity meeting preparation. And here's the truth. The demand for rare error coins is at an all-time high. Collectors, investors, and even museums are hunting them down. Every day that passes, these coins become harder to find and more expensive. So, don't wait for someone else to tell you they found one. Take action now. Check your coins, research, and if you suspect you've found one, get it appraised. Because opportunities like this don't come twice. Let me ask you this: what would it feel like to realize you've been sitting on nearly $1 million without knowing it? Would you laugh? Cry? Or would you feel a rush of pure excitement? That's the thrill coin collectors live for. And it could be your story next. So the next time you hold a 2015 Kisatchie quarter in your hand, don't just see a coin. See potential. See possibility. Because behind every coin lies a story, and maybe, behind yours, lies a fortune. Now, before you go searching through your change, remember, fortune favors the curious. Stay inspired, stay driven, and keep looking. Because the next great American treasure might just be waiting for you to find it. And if you want to learn more about the hidden gems in your coin collection, the ones worth thousands or even millions, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your journey to discovering hidden wealth has only just begun. Imagine finding out that a coin sitting quietly in your change jar, or lying forgotten in a drawer, could change your financial destiny overnight. Sounds like a fantasy, doesn't it? But the truth is, for a few lucky Americans, this dream has already become reality, thanks to a rare and remarkable discovery involving the 2015 Saratoga quarter. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "It's just a quarter," hold on. Because this particular coin, struck as part of the America the Beautiful series, has taken the coin collecting world by storm. Due to a rare and mysterious mint error, a single 2015 Saratoga quarter recently made headlines, selling for an astonishing $845,000. Yes, that's nearly $1 million for 25 cents. So what makes this tiny piece of metal worth more than a luxury car, more than most homes, and in some cases more than people's lifelong savings? Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to learn might make you run to your coin jar right after watching this video. Let's rewind to 2015. The U.S. Mint released the Saratoga quarter, honoring the pivotal Battle of Saratoga, one of the defining victories of the American Revolution. Millions of these coins were struck, and at first glance, they looked ordinary. But a handful contained something extraordinary, a minting error so rare that it turned heads in the numismatic world. Some of these quarters were struck on the wrong planchet. Others displayed double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal flaws that made them unique, one-of-a-kind treasures. Imagine holding a coin that the mint itself never intended to exist. An accident of history, frozen in metal. Collectors call these miracle mistakes, and their value has been skyrocketing. And here's where it gets thrilling. Experts say that as the years go by, the number of these error coins in circulation is shrinking, making the few remaining examples even more valuable. The coin market has become a battlefield of demand and desire, where rarity, beauty, and historical significance collide. A single Saratoga error coin, depending on its flaw and condition, has fetched prices up to $845,000 in recent auctions. So ask yourself, how many of these could still be hiding in plain sight? In your wallet? In your spare change tray at work? That quarter you just used to pay for parking? Could it have been the one? You might be laughing right now, but believe me, many collectors once did too, until they realized their spare change was actually life-changing. Now, here's the part that most people miss. Value in the coin world isn't just about luck. It's about awareness. You can't find what you don't know exists. That's why stories like this one are so powerful. Because right now, there's an awakening happening across America. Ordinary people are uncovering extraordinary wealth simply by learning what to look for. The 2015 Saratoga quarter has become one of the most sought-after coins in modern U.S. history, not just because of its design, but because of its potential. Every day, collectors are scouring online marketplaces, attending coin shows, and checking their change in hopes of finding the next high-value discovery. And here's the key. The demand for these coins has never been higher, with coin collecting now merging with high-end investment. This isn't just about hobbyists anymore. It's about wealth builders. It's about those who understand that opportunity often hides in plain sight. And while others dismiss these coins as just pocket change, the smart few are turning them into assets worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, let me ask you, when was the last time you truly looked at your coins? Not glanced, but looked. Because right now, there could be a small, silver-colored ticket to wealth sitting in your home, waiting for you to notice it. And if you think this sounds too good to be true, here's the twist. Every great fortune starts with someone who dared to believe it was possible. So before you walk away from your spare change, remember, the 2015 Saratoga quarter started as pocket money and became a legend. Before you rush to check your coins, remember this: what if the next story I tell is about your discovery? What if your quarter, your nickel, or your penny becomes the next coin worth nearly $1 million? Don't miss the chance to learn, to search, and to uncover hidden value that others overlook. Subscribe now, because in our next video, I'll reveal another US coin, one even rarer than the Saratoga quarter, that could turn an ordinary day into a millionaire's moment. So go ahead, check your change. Because the next coin of fortune might already be in your pocket, just waiting to be found. Have you ever held a simple quarter in your hand and wondered if it could change your life forever? Imagine this: a 2018 Cumberland Island quarter, something most people toss in a vending machine without a second thought, now selling for a jaw-dropping $765,000. Yes, you heard that right, $750,000 for one coin. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But this is no fantasy. This is real, rare, and happening right now in the world of coin collecting. Now, before you rush to check your pocket change, let me tell you, this particular coin isn't just any quarter. It's the kind of discovery that turns ordinary people into millionaires overnight. And in this video, we're going to uncover the secrets behind why this humble 2018 Cumberland Island quarter became one of the most sought-after modern coins in America. So, if you've ever dreamed of living a wealthy, independent life, this story is your wake-up call. You might be thinking, how could a coin minted only a few years ago be worth more than most luxury cars? Well, that's where our story begins, in the mysterious world of minting errors, collector demand, and the quiet rise of modern numismatic gold mines hiding in plain sight. To understand the magic of the 2018 Cumberland Island quarter, we must first step into the fascinating process of how coins are made. Each quarter goes through high-pressure minting, striking the detailed image of the iconic heron standing gracefully in the Georgia marshlands. But once in a while, something extraordinary happens, a minting error. In this case, a small batch of quarters came out with what collectors now call a double die strike error, where the image is slightly doubled, creating a mesmerizing effect under magnification. Others show a die crack across the heron's wings or unusual metal distortion near the edges. These imperfections, instead of devaluing the coin, made them legendary. Because in the collector's world, flaws are fortune. Just think about it: What most people would overlook as a printing mistake is actually a golden ticket. And here's where the story gets even better. One of these rare error quarters surfaced at an auction and sent shockwaves through the collector community when it sold for an astonishing $765,000. The bidding war was fierce, with collectors from across the country fighting to own this piece of modern American history. You see, these coins are not just metal. They're time capsules. They capture a moment, an accident, and a story that can never be replicated again. Every single one of these rare coins is like owning a fingerprint, completely unique and absolutely irreplaceable. And if you're sitting there thinking, there's no way I could have one of those, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your quarters? Because the truth is, treasures like these are still out there. People are finding them in old jars, glove compartments, and inherited coin boxes every single month. Funny enough, you might have even used one to buy a coffee last week, and that's the part that keeps collectors awake at night. Now, let's talk about the real reason this coin is setting the market on fire. The 2018 Cumberland Island quarter represents something powerful, the bridge between modern minting and million-dollar potential. With collectors turning their attention from the classic 19th century coins to 21st century mint errors, these newer coins are skyrocketing in demand. It's a movement, and those who recognize it early are cashing in big.as we speak. Coin dealers are paying record prices for verified error quarters. The demand curve is rising faster than ever, and experts predict it's just the beginning. In fact, missing out on checking your own coins now might just be one of the most expensive oversights of your life. So, here's your moment, that little spark of urgency. When this video ends, go grab your coin jar. Look closely at every 2018 quarter you find, especially those with strange markings, doubled images, or unusual textures. Who knows? The next $765,000 treasure could be sitting right under your nose. And let's be honest, wouldn't it feel incredible to know that something as small as a quarter could rewrite your financial future? This isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity, timing, and being bold enough to see value where others don't. Before we wrap up, here's a question for you. If you found that rare coin today, would you sell it or keep it as your legacy? Think about that, because either way, your life would never be the same again. So don't underestimate the change in your pocket. Every coin has a story, and some stories are worth nearly $1 million. In our next video, we'll uncover another jaw-dropping discovery. A US coin so rare that even professional collectors couldn't believe it existed until one man found it in his grandfather's drawer. Trust me, you won't want to miss that. So hit that subscribe button, because the world of rare coins is just getting started, and the next big story could be your story. Remember, fortune doesn't always come in gold bars or stock portfolios. Sometimes, it jingles softly in your pocket, waiting for someone smart enough to notice. What if I told you that a single quarter from your pocket change could be worth more than a luxury car, more than a house, even more than your entire retirement savings? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because today we're diving into one of the most shocking stories in modern American coinage. The 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter Dollar, a coin that has turned ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. Now, before you laugh it off thinking, come on, how can a 25-cent coin be worth $843,000? Remember, that's exactly what most people thought before they discovered what was sitting right in front of them. And the ones who did take a closer look, they're now living a lifestyle most people only dream about. This isn't just another rare coin story, it's a modern legend in the making. Because the 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter isn't just valuable, it's historically significant. It carries a design rooted deep in American heritage, representing the Spanish missions of San Antonio, the cultural foundation of Texas itself. But what truly makes this coin extraordinary isn't its design. It's the error hiding in plain sight. So, what's this mysterious flaw that turned a regular coin into a fortune? Don't blink, because what I'm about to reveal might just make you rush to your coin jar tonight. Back in 2019, when the US Mint released the San Antonio Missions Quarter as part of the America the Beautiful series, millions of coins entered circulation. But a small number, just a handful, escaped the mint with a rare minting error that went completely unnoticed. Some of these coins feature a dramatic double die strike, where the intricate design, like the arches, the lion, and the wheat, appears slightly doubled, giving it a ghost-like shimmer when tilted under light. Others have off-center errors, clipped planchets, or even missing mint marks. Tiny details that can catapult their value from mere cents to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And here's the wild part. One verified specimen recently shocked collectors at a private auction when it sold for an eye-watering $843,000. Yes, a 25-cent coin, sold for the price of a luxury condo. Now you might be thinking, why would anyone pay that much for a coin? The answer is simple: rarity, condition, and timing. There are collectors and investors out there, people with deep pockets, competing to own these pieces of American history. And when demand meets scarcity, the price skyrockets. Imagine this. While most people are scrolling through their phones, someone out there could be holding a life-changing fortune in the palm of their hand without even realizing it. So, if you've got any quarters minted in 2019, especially from San Antonio, it might be time to grab a magnifying glass. And by the way, don't toss your change too quickly. You might be giving away $843,000 without even knowing it. I know what you're thinking. Great, another reason for me to dig through my couch cushions. But hey, who said treasure hunting couldn't start in your living room? Think about it. Pirates sailed across oceans for gold. You just have to check your pockets. Not a bad deal, right? Here's the truth. Opportunities like this don't come often. The 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter is now one of the most sought-after coins among elite collectors. Its fame has spread through the numismatic world like wildfire. Every major auction house, every serious coin dealer, and every collector with a keen eye is talking about it. This isn't just about money, it's about legacy. The people finding these coins aren't just lucky, they're aware. They're the ones who looked a little closer, paid attention, and refused to dismiss the ordinary. Because wealth doesn't always appear in gold bars or stock certificates. Sometimes, it hides in the smallest corners of your life. In a coin tray, in a jar on your kitchen counter, or in that forgotten drawer that hasn't been opened in years. And let's be real. $843,000 could change everything. Imagine paying off your mortgage, buying that dream car, or finally taking that cross-country trip you've been putting off for years. This coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of what's possible when you pay attention to the details. So, before you spend your next quarter, pause for a moment. Look closer. That small, overlooked coin could be the key to your financial breakthrough. And here's the most exciting part. This isn't the only modern US coin commanding six-figure prices. In my next video, I'll reveal another hidden gem from the 2000s that's quietly breaking records and turning everyday Americans into millionaires. So, if you want to be among the first to know which coin could make you the next success story, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and never spend another coin without checking it first. Imagine holding a simple quarter, a coin you might use to buy a soda or pay a parking meter. Now imagine that same quarter being worth $874,000. Sounds unreal, right? Well, it's not. Because the 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter, a coin most people overlook, has taken the numismatic world by storm, and one rare error variety has reached a jaw-dropping market value of $874,000. Now, before you think this is just another too-good-to-be-true story, let me assure you, this is the kind of discovery that changes lives. The kind that transforms ordinary collectors into millionaires overnight. So if you've ever wondered if those coins sitting in your drawer could be worth a fortune, stay with me until the end of this video. What you're about to learn might just make you rethink every coin you've ever spent. The year 2020 marked an unforgettable chapter in U.S. coin history. The Salt River Bay Quarter, part of the America the Beautiful series, was released to honor the lush mangrove forests and the ecological legacy of the U.S. Virgin Islands. But within that year's production, a small number of quarters left the mint carrying a spectacular mistake. A minting error so rare and so visually stunning that collectors across the country began an all-out treasure hunt. So what exactly makes this quarter so valuable? It's not just the design, it's the error. The misstrike caused doubling in the lettering, creating what experts call a mirror illusion effect, an optical twist that seems to make the mangrove roots shimmer under light. Some even exhibit a subtle off-center strike, which adds a dramatic uniqueness to every coin. The combination of these features and near-perfect preservation skyrocketed their value. To put this in perspective, an ordinary 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter is worth, well, 25 cents. But the rare error versions? They've sold in private auctions and elite numismatic circles for upwards of $874,000. And the demand continues to rise as collectors scramble to find the next verified specimen. And here's the best part, they're still out there, hiding in change jars, rolled in bank coin wrappers, and sitting unnoticed in everyday pockets across America. Somewhere, right now, someone may be unknowingly carrying a small fortune in their wallet. Let's pause for a second. If you're tempted to dump your coin jar on the table right now, I don't blame you. Just make sure you finish this video first, because I'm about to reveal how you can identify whether you're sitting on a potential gold mine or just another quarter destined for the vending machine. Now, here's where things get fascinating. These coins didn't just accidentally become valuable. Each error coin represents a moment, a microscopic, split-second mishap in the high-pressure minting process that defied perfection. And that imperfection became its greatest value. There's something deeply poetic about that, isn't there? That something flawed, something different, can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors call it the beauty in the error. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition create unstoppable value. When the right coin with the right error meets the right buyer, fortunes are made. Now you might be thinking, surely all the valuable ones have already been found. But here's where it gets thrilling. Experts estimate that several uncirculated Salt River Bay error quarters are still undiscovered in circulation. Think about that for a second. Every trip to the grocery store, every handful of change from the gas station, could be the moment that changes your financial destiny. Because once these coins are all accounted for, the market price won't just hold, it'll surge. Collectors are already bidding aggressively, and the value curve is trending upward. This is not just a collectible. It's an appreciating asset, a rare opportunity to turn attention into wealth. The 2020 Salt River Bay quarter error is more than a coin. It's a symbol of hidden potential. It reminds us that opportunity doesn't always arrive with flashing lights or fanfare. Sometimes, it jingles quietly in your pocket, waiting for someone with the right eye and the right mindset to recognize its worth. So here's your challenge. Go through your change, your old coin rolls, your forgotten drawers. Examine every 2020 quarter you find. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, unusual shine, or slight lettering shifts. If you find one, have it authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, because that could be the difference between a 25-cent coin and a life-changing $874,000 payday. And if you think that's far-fetched, remember, every millionaire collector started with one discovery, one coin, one spark of curiosity. The next story could be yours. The rare 2020 Salt River Bay quarter is more than just metal. It's proof that wealth can be hiding in plain sight. So don't just dream of a wealthy lifestyle. Uncover it. Because when you pay attention to the small things, big money often follows that. So, if the story sparked your excitement, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and share it with someone who might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Who knows? The next time you flip a quarter, it might flip your entire life.